Raven Johnson. Fans attacking Caitlin Clark.
Raven Johnson comes out, calls Caitlin Clark the GOAT.
Slaps 5 with Raven Johnson. Obviously, they were on the same team in this drill. Says that's the GOAT right there. Her fans did not take kindly to that. This is insane.
Raven, don't piss me off. This, that slavish. The Leches put that belt on her back. Damn, get out. They got Raven already.
Fans are doing this disgusting behavior. Caitlin Clark is under attack now, folks. These people hate Caitlin Clark at a sick level.
2 minutes ago, everything flipped. Not just for Caitlin Clark, not just for Raven Johnson, but for the entire WNBA storyline. Because what seemed like a routine moment in a practice gym, a grin, a deep three, and one word, GOAT, just set off one of the most intense reactions women's basketball has ever seen.
Oh yeah! The GOAT right there.
Let's take it back for a second. At an Indiana Fever practice, Caitlin Clark does what she's been doing her whole career, pulling up from deep with ease, confidence, like it's second nature. And right there watching, Raven Johnson, a player who not too long ago was viewed as being on the other side of Clark, on the court, back in college, and even in the bigger storyline around them. But this moment was different. She points straight at Clark and makes it clear. That's the GOAT right there.
Benign, innocuous comment at practice has them all going insane.
Welcome to the family. A lot of celebration of what Raven had to say, but a lot of attacks at the same time.
Slaps 5 with Raven Johnson. Obviously, they were on the same team in this drill. Says that's the GOAT right there. You know, typical, normal, hyping up a teammate type of thing. No big deal.
That should have been it. Just one teammate showing love to another. A routine basketball moment, something you'd see in locker rooms all across the WNBA and beyond. But this isn't just any situation. This involves Caitlin Clark. And within minutes, instead of people celebrating it, everything spiraled into pure chaos.
Her side of the fandom, hey Raven, they sold you out real quick, real fast. Sold you up the river, just like that.
Raven Johnson has absolutely kicked the hornet's nest. They are buzzing. They are mad. That's not entirely true. This is not on Raven Johnson at all. This is not her fault. Her fans have lost their ever-loving minds.
The online attacks for Raven Johnson were going to happen, right? You knew that Raven Johnson was going to get called every name in the book, a sellout, a coon, on the plantation now.
She went on to Threads. Man, brave lady. Check this out. They are coping big time hard with this.
Social media lit up instantly. Fan bases started clashing, and Raven Johnson, simply for supporting her own teammate, suddenly found herself under fire. And not from opponents, from her own side. That's where this story really takes a turn. Because this isn't just about one comment. It's the result of tension that's been building for years.
Caitlin Clark effect seems to be crazier than year one.
I love watching her score and just everything about her.
They went the extra mile just to watch her play here.
This is great news for women's basketball, period.
Just have nothing but great things to say about who she is as a person. Just so welcoming and so warm as an individual that she can have a conversation with anybody. She's cut from the same cloth as me in that regard. You know what? Us Midwesterners, we tend to just, accept everybody with open arms. She was so kind to my family and everyone in the suite when she came to KC. So huge fans of Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark didn't just arrive in the WNBA. She reshaped the entire business around it. We're talking record-smashing college viewership, packed arenas nationwide, some of the most watched games in women's basketball history, and merchandise sales at the top of the league. Suddenly, millions of new fans were paying attention. By every metric, ratings, attendance, engagement, Clark became the biggest force driving visibility the league has ever experienced. But that kind of rapid rise? It doesn't just attract support, it creates tension. Because from the second Clark stepped into the spotlight, a narrative started forming right alongside her.
Caitlin Clark is about to turn it up. She about to turn it up, mate. Caitlin Clark's not going to get to win the MVP. Damn that.
Nobody else gets guarded 94 feet. They're not doing that because they think they can steal the ball from her. They're doing that because they don't want the ball in her hands because she's fucking dangerous.
All going to have to cope. They don't understand sportsmanship. Low IQ people really need help.
Teams are going to guard her 94 feet. They're going to try to take away her touches. They're going to try to make everything difficult. We have to do a good job of finding ways that we can get her high percentage looks.
A narrative took hold that her rise wasn't driven purely by talent, but also by media favoritism, market appeal, race, and timing. And whether people agreed with it or pushed back against it, that storyline never really disappeared.
Raven Johnson.
She is out here calling Caitlin Clark the GOAT. They are mad now.
If there was anybody who was concerned about the fit alongside Caitlin Clark, given their history, Raven has destroyed any of those doubts, and she even took it a step further by calling Caitlin Clark the GOAT.
Now jump ahead to today. Raven Johnson, who's been part of those conversations before, who's openly spoken about racial dynamics in sports, suddenly changes the tone. Not in a sit-down interview, not on a podcast, right there on the court, in the heat of the moment. No script, no filter. She calls Caitlin Clark the GOAT, and that's when everything starts to split. Because for some fans, that wasn't just a basketball moment. It felt like a betrayal. Within hours, the response went beyond simple disagreement. It turned personal.
Raven Johnson has a chance to try to change the narrative. We love CC and all on the Indiana Fever as long as we don't have to deal with any drama.
Not gonna lie, if I was Raven, I'd do the same crap. I might as well milk some jersey sales out of Fever fans.
Accusations started flying that she was putting on an act, that she'd switched sides, that her intentions weren't genuine. Some even claimed she was trying to ride the wave of Caitlin Clark's popularity. And just like that, the spotlight shifted. It wasn't about Clark anymore. It became about Raven Johnson being under attack. But here's the part most people are missing. This reaction goes way beyond a simple rivalry. It reveals a divide driven by fans, one that's now bigger than the players themselves. Because inside the locker room, the reality looks completely different.
I've seen videos of Caitlin and Raven laughing, joking. I done seen Sophie and Raven hugging each other. Raven's being a sponge, asking all the questions like she said, you know what I'm saying? And they're all embracing her. So I feel like the online BS should be deaded at this point in time.
I think Raven shows up every single day and she's ready to work and she's ready to win. And so her being able to go out there and play free and do what she does, I think her ability wants to defend on ball and to defend anyone on the floor, but also her ability to push the pace. I think we know that C loves push the pace, and being able to have Raven in there pushing it the exact same way, I think it's just going to be really great for our team.
Reports and clips show Caitlin Clark and Raven Johnson laughing together, teammates backing each other, and coaches emphasizing chemistry and tempo. Veterans like Sophie Cunningham are helping rookies settle in and find their rhythm. There's no obvious hostility, no clear tension, no real feud. So, where is all that energy coming from? Not the court, the crowd, the timelines, the narratives. And Clark? She's been through this before. From college to the WNBA, she's dealt with full-court pressure designed specifically to slow her down, physical defense that pushes the limits, and entire game plans built around stopping her. Add in constant media debates, questioning her impact versus the hype. And still, she delivers.
Teams are going to guard her 94 feet. They're going to try to take away her touches. They're going to try to make everything difficult. We have to do a good job of finding ways that we can get her high percentage looks.
I think it's BS. It's almost like everybody's against her. Nike's against her. Her coach is against her. You got players who don't care about what she can do. They want to get their own shots. You got the other teams trying to beat her up, guarding her 94 feet to get the ball out of hands. It's a lot going on.
Raven Johnson's simple GOAT comment at practice quickly exploded online, sparking backlash, accusations, and intense fan debates that turned personal almost instantly. What should have been a normal teammate moment between Caitlin Clark and Raven Johnson became a flashpoint in the ongoing divide around Clark's rise in the WNBA.